Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle. For those of you who do not know me, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by today. Today we are going to be talking about this palette right here. This is the Baphomet Electrified palette from Belladonna Cosmetics, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Now mine is a little messy and it kind of came to me that way. Oops, I don't want to drop it. But this is a really kind of cool palette, and the reason that I purchased this is because it's UV reactive, and I just think that's so much fun. And there are 12 shades in here, and all of them are UV reactive, and I did kind of do a look with this palette. I did want to mention that this palette cost $40. Now, mind you, I purchased this June 28th. On their Etsy shop, it said that it would ship on June 5th. They do also have a website. I will have their Etsy shop and their website linked down below. It did not ship until June 12th, or they did not print the actual shipping until July 12th. And from then, I had no idea what was going on. I would try and contact them. They would be hit and miss. Overall, I was kind of frustrated with how that was handled and just some of the things that went on with that. I don't completely blame them because I do think that they had mass quantities. They were advertising all over the place for this palette, and I just kind of, I don't know. I just wish customer service wise that they had handled things a little bit differently. That's just my opinion. I know that they were doing their best. There's only 2 of them with shipping, and they've told me that they were moving locations and all of that. I am trying to give them the benefit of the doubt because they are an indie brand, and I don't know if they realized that they were going to have this many people order, as well as just have some of the issues that they did with Etsy. And I'm still a little frustrated though. I don't feel like it should have taken this long to get me my palette, especially since I paid $40 for this palette. So the one thing I also noticed is that this right here is literally glued on, but part of me wonders, like, I don't know, instead of it being printed on, that doesn't really bug me. The pans don't quite fit in their thing, and when I got this, it was messy how it is now, as well as on the mirror there. I don't know. I think presentation wise could have been done a little better. I'm spending $40 on this palette. I guess I just had a lot more expectation, and I don't know if I'm wrong to have that expectation. That's just kind of where that was, or I just wanted to get this out in the open just so you guys kind of know and kind of know where I'm coming from if I sound frustrated with this palette or anything. But again, there are 12 shades. I do wish that they had shade names on them. That is just a personal pet peeve of mine because I am horrible at describing shades when I'm talking about them, and I'd rather just have a name. But that's just me, and that's fine. I can live with it. They are pretty cool. I do like the shades that are in here. One thing I did notice is that these are very firmly pressed shadows, like extremely firm pressed. And if you're not a fan of firmly pressed shadows, I don't think you're going to enjoy this palette. I don't mind it. They're kind of a little tricky to work with. But one thing I do want to mention is you can use these dry, which I did use most of them dry today. You'll see in the tutorial I do kind of wet my brush for a few of them, or you can use them wet. I'm going to swatch all of these for you. I'm going to do a dry swatch with my finger and a wet swatch with a brush, just so you guys kind of get an idea. And we're just going to go from my right to left on each row. So I'm going to go ahead and start that portion. So there is the pink shade. Now we're going to go into this red. Now we're going to go into this light blue here. And this one's a little softer than all the others. That's just something I've noticed. Now the darker blue here. Now we're going on to the second row into this lighter kind of pinky purple shade here. Then we're going to go into this kind of sea foamy green shade. There's that, and now we'll do the wet swatch. These kind of remind me of like watercolor paints when you go into them. Then we're going to go into this lime green. Okay, next is this white shade. There, that is all the way on my elbow. Okay, so I'm gonna do this next one, this orange, right up here. Three more shades, and I think I'm just going to go on the inner part of my arm here. We're going to take this really bright fluorescent yellow. Then we have this kind of dark purple. That is a messy swatch. Then we have this last kind of very vibrant purple. There are all of the swatches. Some of these definitely, I think, work very well wet. And I think that's partially why they're so firmly pressed, is that you can use them wet or you can use them dry. I think it's really up to what you're looking for. Now we're gonna do something a little bit fun. I'm gonna go turn off the lights and we're gonna see how these look. I have a black light here, so it's not completely dark, but I think it'll still work. Look at that. That's just fun. I wanna kind of set. Oh, that's cool. Ooh. I don't feel like those purples are as UV as the rest of them. But that is a lot of fun. And even my makeup look is going now. I have UV stuff all over my face. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys the swatches and kind of play with the UV light. We're going to go ahead. I'm having too much fun with this. We're going to go ahead and get into the tutorial. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Sorry, I'm playing around with it, with the tutorial. So I will see you guys in the tutorial and you can see how I got this look. Just gonna apologize for this being a little shaky, but here's something interesting. This one is my friend's palette. This one is mine. Do you guys notice something? I think it's interesting because they have, this is plastic. This is one of those cardboard just palettes. The packaging is just inconsistent. I mean, let's open this one here. This is literally, my friend said this is how hers came. That one broke. But it's so interesting. Do you guys also notice that they're not consistent in the layout? I mean, this one's here, this one's there. I thought that was interesting. This is not even one of the shades in the palette, and that one's switched there. It's all very confused. Like, this is a shimmer, you guys. They have some work cut out for them. Because and sorry, my dog's in the background, but playing with her toy because she thought right now it was a good idea. But this is just inconsistent and kind of a problem in my opinion, seeing this now. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. There's the cute little dog and her toy, just so you guys could get a glimpse of her. Look at her go. Okay. But what do you guys think about this? Notice this one has a mirror. This one doesn't. I mean, this one's a complete and utter mess. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but this shade and this shade are definitely not the same. I just wanted to point that out. So thank you guys for sticking through that tutorial. One thing I can say about this palette is that I just think it is okay. I think if you're going for a specific kind of like club look, or you're going to like a blacklight party or just something crazy, that this could be a lot of fun. But as far as using this just without wetting it, you guys saw in the tutorial I had to wet that yellow to even get it to kind of show it. It's okay. I do think that it's going to be a lot of fun come like Halloween to kind of do tutorials and stuff with this. I just wish that they weren't so firmly pressed and that they worked better not wet. But I also understand why you would need to wet them. One thing I forgot to mention in the beginning is that another issue I have with the palette taking over a month to get to me is that they are located in California. I live in Arizona. Things coming from California, it just does not take that long to get to me. And I think I'm always going to be a little bit frustrated with that, just because it shouldn't have taken that long. That's just my personal take on it. I'm trying not to be bitter towards this brand, but I think that it has put a bad taste in my mouth that I won't repurchase. I did also want to mention that they failed to put their ingredients on the packaging. I believe you can see the ingredients at their website. Again, that will be linked down below if anyone is curious. I am planning on doing a full review of this palette, a 3 looks 1 palette. I think I really need to play around with it more to really get a grasp on how well these shades actually do work. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this first impressions, and yeah, there will be more to come with this palette. If there are any specific shades you guys would like to see in looks, just leave those down below. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Thanks again, and bye!